we should be online now.
We're live?
According to Magpie, yes, we're live. Alright, so today we got yet again Lemonacity versus Mouse&Waterboard. We saw them last week on Cafe with a win for Lemonacity. So it will be interesting to see what map we're playing this time. I will ask Parrot here for the bans.
Yes. They have yet to actually start banning the maps.
Alright, so
um,
at least we are in time. I doubt they'll play Cafe again after the match we saw from them
oh,
last week.
first map is banned by Mouse&Waterboard. That would be Theme Park gone. Outback
Alright.
is taken out by Lemonacity. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but we'll pretend we are.
Better
And
than...
Coastline is taken out by Mouse&Waterboard.
So Cafe is also still on the board there.
Cafe is still on the board, yes. Oregon is taken out by Luminosity, which means we've got Clubhouse, Cafe, and Villa left. Villa is taken out by Mouse&Waterboard, thankfully, because it would be interesting to see another map. So it's between Clubhouse and Cafe.
So we might actually get a rematch here in Cafe then.
And no, we're actually going to Clubhouse.
Alright, so another map. I guess who banned Cafe in the end there?
That would be Luminosity banned Cafe. And they have Mouse&Waterboard are starting out on defense and Luminosity are starting out on attack.
Alright, so Mouse&Waterboard on the attack, so blue team is attack. No, orange team is attack, before I make the mistake there. Alright, and that's why I always double check, ladies and gentlemen.
Better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry. Alright, so let's get it.
That we shall.
Alright, so we got two pretty strong teams again here.
That we do.
I mean, all the teams are strong to be honest, but still.
Yes, all the teams have been very strong and have showed some great abilities within this. It's going to be really interesting to see this.
I also believe, I can't remember completely anymore how the teams looked last time, but I believe they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
I don't think we had Assassin in the red match last weekend against Lemonacity. So I believe that's a difference there.
I believe we've got our first two bans done. We've got Maverick off the board, as well as Ying.
Alright, I guess Ying has really been banned a lot so far this tournament. Nobody wants to come up against Candelas.
Nobody wants to. And last game, the Rookie Monsters did pick Ying against Green Apple Gang, and according to the chat, they were none too happy.
Yeah, I also see that they banned Maverick this time. We did see Lemonacity use it a lot last time on Cafe. But it seems
and Echo is off the board as well.
Time. Probably smart on a map with this many levels. You don't want to Echo hiding somewhere in basement when you're trying to defuse on cache.
Let's see where they go first.
Alright, so it seems like they're gonna go bottom first here.
Bringing out a Vigil. Legion. And nobody else. And Mozzie, Wamai, and Jaeger.
Yeah, they were a bit late there with the last picks. It's gonna be interesting to see if we have any 6 picks here. I don't think so. Ah, we do have a 6 pick actually. From a Wamai to a Kate. That might be smart if you want to hold the hatches on the basement here.
definitely. Then we have the Thermite, Sophia, Thatcher, Capital, and Ash on the attacking side.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty standard
Pretty standard with
team,
the
especially on this map. Doesn't really matter where you go. You kind of always need them anyway.
Thatcher and Thermite, the breaching duo, are always very useful in this.
Alright, so they're just setting up downstairs the way we would always see it. Church is reinforced, they carry that wall, so that leaves them with only one electrical here for the hatches. So they're gonna have to choose either between kitchen, bar, or stock there.
It seems like we've already gotten kitchen and stock.
Yeah, the hedges are already reinforced. All hedges are actually reinforced. And they only electrocuted the kitchen one, so that might force the attackers there to go through the non-electrocuted hatches.
I think that we can see that we have both. That we have Assassin on the top floor with the Mozzie of Cable following close behind.
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna play, or you would expect them to play through the stock floor there, but they're not doing that. They're actually holding the gym window here, where we got Ash and Capital waiting outside. The Ash seems to go for the roam clear here. Doesn't find Vigil because he already went downstairs through the main stairs there. But Mossy is here still waiting upstairs in cache. You can really see the attackers here making sure that nobody's upstairs. They're droning it out. I think Capital just realized after droning that there's nobody top floor anymore. Or first floor. With only here that Masi's still waiting in garage, probably for a flank later in the round. The attackers aren't really doing too much yet besides making sure they don't get picked off easily. We got Termite here now going to bar. He's probably gonna open the first hatch here to Modo. We actually have Vigil waiting underneath it. He's gonna have to move there if he doesn't want to get killed. So he moves now back to church.
A bomb has been located.
Which leaves us with the attackers now probably preparing to drop anytime soon here. They only have a little bit more than a minute left. So they're gonna have to do something if they wanna either win the round on frags or get the defuse down.
It seems that the Mozzie returned to site through a garage door pit.
So Termite actually already dropped the hatch and got a kill off there. Got the church wall, preparing for the defuse. Gets another kill on the Vigil. And we have Vigil there, Fishes there, getting another pick on the defenders, leaving two on B side. The Freyda is now already getting the plant down. The defusers weren't able. The defenders weren't able to reach the diffuser there. They're now trying to do some damage control here. So get rid of that diffuser. The attackers don't give him a lot of room. They're all holding pretty tight angles. And that's the first win already for the attackers. Initially a bit slow, but it seemed like they knew what they were doing and didn't get a lot of they were still 4-man strong up until the end, so that definitely helped them.
A tad slow, but then towards the end it was definitely quite a forceful push onto church, and we did manage to get diffuser down very quickly and efficiently. Vimozzi held it off very strong, trying to make a comeback along with his teammate. Unfortunately, didn't work out too well, but we'll see next time around, although we are swapping to CCTV cache.
Yeah, they probably want to try out if they can hold this a bit better. We also have a 6-pick from Calf to Valkyrie, although he seems to be undecided. No, he confirms Valkyrie. Alright, so they're probably just trying to get a little bit more information during the round, realizing that the attackers aren't pushing in solo. So they're gonna have to predict there what side the attackers are really gonna come from if they wanna have stronger defense inside.
Yes. It seems that the attackers have stayed with the same lineup, I think. Exactly with the same ops. While the defenders have swapped up a little bit, switching out the Mozzie and the Kaid for Bandit and Valkyrie, if I recall correctly, as well as the Castle.
Yeah, we also saw that on the previous match on Clubhouse. I can't remember which teams they were, but
5 seconds remaining.
also their operators were pretty much the same as these constantly.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Because
and
little,
defuse it.
you don't really want to swap out a termite or a Tetcher, of course, when you have them available.
Definitely.
Alright, so we got the Ash and Capital again playing together, coming in from the bedroom side, while we got the 3 other attackers, including Termite and Tachi here on the main wall. They're droning it out, realizing that there is a bandit there
Attackers have located a
tricking
bomb.
the wall. We got the Thatcher moving towards the roof. He's probably gonna try to get an angle from the window here. Although he seems to leave that up to the Capitao, who is now flaming the wall. So that's the first kill for the Capitao on the bandit who was tricking, allowing the attackers here to open up the wall. After a good minute of playing, so I guess that's pretty early. It can take longer sometimes to get that wall done, especially with the bandit behind it. We got Kalda here on the garage, holding an angle to the breach from the wrong side. He knows the Thatcher is there, but isn't able to get a shot off. He then realizes that there's also someone playing below. We can see him, obviously he can see him. It looks like the Jaeger has spotted, but wasn't able to get a hit there. And the Jaeger was eventually killed there by Kali, who was still on the main bridge outside. We now got DJ taking over the spot here in garage, trying to get some picks off. It's really a losing fight so far for the defenders. And that's our first TK in today's match, while they're trying to smoke outside to get the plant down.
Segments
So they are-
takes out the Legional site.
So DJ was actually able to cancel the plant there, gets a double kill onto the Thatcher, but gets picked off by S, who jumps in and takes advantage of the DJ being distracted for a second.
DJ nearly managed to clutch out the round there. Very close.
He was very close. It was a good try, especially with so many attackers there on site.
Definitely. Should take him with a TK, but you know, it does happen in Siege.
Yeah, it helped the defenders for a second, but not enough to win them the round.
Yeah.
So we see the exact same lineup again for the attackers. And I believe, except for the change in to Legion, I believe also a similar lineup for the defenders there.
I believe the castle and was swapped out for the Wamai, and the Valkyrie was swapped out for the Kaid.
Luckily, I got you in your memory.
It unfortunately isn't too reliable,
Attackers need to locate
but
and defuse
I believe
any
it that
bombs
was that way.
So
They're
let's
going
see
downstairs, yeah.
how that's gonna work out this time.
Yeah.
You see on the attackers, of course, a Sophia and Ash, so it's probably a good swap to get off to the castle there, because the barricades aren't gonna hold out that long anyway.
And picking the Kaid could actually be very useful if you're going to firebolt it as well, to give you some distance, so you don't have to sit right up a wall and get burned while you're trying to trick.
Very true. Would be interesting to see if they have that same idea, or if they're gonna use the electro charges for another wall.
5 seconds remaining.
Because so far, they actually haven't electrocuted it at all, so it probably seems that they're gonna try to bend the trick up to the point that they realize the bandit is gonna die probably, and then just throw an electro claw. Alright, so we see the attackers split up again, similar to last time. However, this time they have 3 attackers coming from the bedroom side. Probably trying a little bit harder construction push there. See the bandit here, who isn't tricking yet. They actually already put up the first Electroclaw there. So Thatcher should be able to just take it out whenever he wants. The Thermite actually went for the construction wall here, while the other attackers are droning out office and bedroom, making sure that they can push inside pretty soon, I imagine. They're all waiting here on the office hatch.
Seems like the attackers are switching up their attack a bit to try and catch the defenders off guard.
Yeah, they probably don't want to be too predictable here. We got Sophia already now in office, and Capital actually also already in construction. It doesn't seem like the defenders are too aware of their presence there. We only have Kait here holding the angle. Saw someone there but wasn't able to get the kill. And they're now also gonna go for the cash wall here. And there was some damage done there on the CCTV window. And the first pick from Capital on the Wamai. Well, we got DJ here now pushing into construction. Very close to the other people there, and actually got the kill on the Thermite. That now leaves 2 attackers there in bedroom. With 3 defenders left on site, and the 3rd attacker who also just dropped into office again, helping out the other attackers from the construction angle.
So I managed to make it a 3v3 by taking out segments. So now all the attackers are focused on the southwestern side, and DJ coming in with triple kill.
Triple kill, yeah, he's really holding that construction hard. The attackers were not able to get past him so far. Leaving now 1 attacker in bedroom, who got the pick on the Kait, but still has to make his way.
Oh no. Is DJ
He's
gonna
gonna
be
see
caught up?
this. He's not seeing that. Sophia was actually able to use the hole made by the Capital earlier to get an angle onto the bandit, but now still has to plant. And Sly was smart enough to wait it out and shoot when the Sophia tried to plant, but the Sophia couldn't plant because she was good.
So defenders went on time.
Defenders
DJ
went
did
on
amazing
time.
work on holding construction. One could almost say single-handedly. He got rid of 3 of them, all of which were pushing on that side. Beautiful work from the defending team. The attackers definitely came out with ferocity and did try and change it up, and they maybe could have had it if they managed to stop DJ there.
Yeah, DJ was a really strong.
A force to
there.
be reckoned with, one might say.
You can say that, definitely. Yeah, they weren't. It was a bit interesting to see because they were the Thermite who had to defuse it was really close to the wall there. They probably should
And he
have
was
had.
alone.
Yeah, they probably should have kept the cross angle there, either from the office or from the bedroom door, because it was a little bit of a giveaway. Because it did seem initially like the defenders weren't even realizing that the attackers already had such a strong presence there on the bedroom.
Yeah. Now we're going back downstairs we've got a Valkyrie again, as well as a Doc, a Vigil, and Jaeger and a Bandit. While the attackers have actually switched up their lineup. Instead of an Ash, Segment has opted for Jackal. Really good for role clearing.
Seconds left.
So it looks like they closed all hatches again, except the kitchen hatch. I'm not sure if they're gonna go for it still. They're a little bit short on time. They should have done this before. It looked like they didn't decide amongst each other who was gonna do the hatch when 3 people were walking towards it. But the kitchen hatch is eventually done. We got the Vigil here holding an angle, a spawn peak there. Got a little bit of damage done on the Thatcher, but wasn't able to finish the kill off. The Thatcher still seems to be holding the window, but won't be able to find anyone there as the attacker already left. The attackers really seem to like the push from the top floor here.
It's very efficient at playing out all floors.
Yeah, so far every round. But if it works, why not continue doing it like that? So it seems Jekyll just scanned Vigil there, realizing that he's playing top garage. So they're now gonna go for the roam clear and make sure that there's nobody later watching them on the flanks. Vigil, however, realizes that he's getting Jekylled out and goes back down to side through the oil pit. The attackers have still need to get to the first floor here. Boger's already got the first pick on Capitao. I'm not sure where he died from. Looks like he got him just outside the bathroom back door there. And it means the attackers will now still have to face the Jaeger here waiting in bathroom.
No matter what happens next, Jaeger has been very efficient in wasting time and even getting rid of a very important player. Kite.
Yeah, they only have a minute left now. Attackers seem to push a little bit harder again. DJ was killed there by the Jekyll on the bar door towards stock. They opened up the bar hatch, joining it out, probably trying to push side, but defenders seem to be a bit clogged up on side here. With one in church and three waiting on B side. They're opening up the same wall again towards church, probably trying to get the same plant off. If they can get rid of this dock, they basically got control of church. Straight after getting the dock down, they go for the plant. Only two defenders left on B side, one defender left on B side. It seems like the defenders are holding B side too much. The attackers are, for the second time, going for the church plant, and there's very little they can do from the other side.
It does seem like in both rounds that Mouse&Waterboard played downstairs. They didn't have enough people in church, and they got pushed out of church, and that was kind of a downfall as the attackers went for a plant in church. It's good effort from them though.
Yeah,
they managed to waste a lot of time.
Good use of that.
Yeah.
So they're going to church yet again. I hope for them that they're gonna hold church a little bit stronger this time.
Or at least try and prevent them from getting such control of church. Maybe trying to have a roamer above who can rotate and catch him off guard.
Or
we'll see what they do.
Maybe we'll see a tunnel push. That would be fun to see this time.
That would be nice.
The attackers shouldn't be able to hear us.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let's hope we're gonna see some more action.
It'll be interesting to see how Mouse&Waterboard adapt on this.
So they actually don't have any hard breach now. They put a mute jammer on the church wall.
They do have mute, and he is effective, but not in the same way as a Kite or Bandit might deal with breach.
So all the hatches will be pretty easy to grab for the attackers. It looks like we got a Mossy playing upstairs.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Only reinforced kitchen hatch here. I'm not sure if that was discussed or if someone forgot to do the hatches. So
maybe they thought that they, as attackers are always got the hatches, maybe that's will not reinforce them. Could be a tactical thing for Mouse&Waterboard.
It could be a tactical. But with the amounts of Sophia and Ash plays we've seen, I wouldn't have expected them to do that. So this time we also have two defenders top floor. We have a Jaeger here waiting in bedroom, and then Mossy in top of garage, and a Vigil actually on the bathrooms on the first floor.
Bomb located by attackers.
The attackers are pushing from the first floor this time. And we just saw the first kill from Sophia onto the Vigil, so that's the first roamer cleared. It seems like they weren't pushing from upstairs this time, which is probably for the better, because it just took them a little bit longer to get downstairs. We got the Thatcher already waiting in kitchen when the Termite was trying to get the hatch. He got the hatch, but he also got killed there by the Valkyrie, who was probably watching it on her cap from below. So the diffuser has now fallen through the kitchen hatch. It's actually on B side, so the attackers are gonna have to pick that up on B side if they want to get the plant down. We got the double kill there from Sly, probably getting a kill there through the hatch. No, Sly's actually not outside anymore. Not sure where he was able to get that kill. Omega gets his second kill there on the main stairs. That's the second roamer gone. So it now looks like the attackers realize that they're gonna have to get to the diffuser at some point. Trying to get some picks off while the defenders are now holding the diffuser. We got Tomasi there killing the Capitao, who was waiting in oil pit. And Sly gets his third kill of the round on the main stairs, leaving only Kani in kitchen, who is gonna have to pick up the diffuser that dropped through the hatch. It does really seem like the kill there on Termite and him falling through the hatch is really giving the defenders a strong position, because they simply just have to hold the diffuser for the remaining amount of time.
15 seconds to go. 10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
Definitely seems that way.
There
And
was very little you could do, and an amazing round by Sly there.
Sly coming in with a 4K, very impressive play, and Sly getting Thermite with the C4 seemed to be essential for the round win. As you said, the diffuser falling downstairs into sight definitely put a hitch in the attacker's plans.
Yeah, you would have. You don't see that too often, I guess. Someone
No, you
falling
don't.
through a hatch like that. It's very unfortunate.
It's
At
very
least for
lucky or unlucky, depending on what side you
Depending on
support.
who you would ask, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for our match's sake, it's probably for the best, because that means that it's now 2v3 for Mouse and Waterboard versus Lemonacity. So that will give us a little bit more tension here, now
Indeed it
that we
will.
are switching the attack to defense.
Yes. And seems like the defenders have now opted to go CCTV first.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
Well,
by
we're seeing
attackers.
nearly the exact same lineup from Mouse&Waterboard as Lemonacity. They're also bringing Thatcher, Jackal, Thermite, and a Capitao, as well as an IQ. I think that IQ is the straggler, but otherwise a very similar lineup. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. I have to say, seems to be very worked for Lemonacity. Hopefully it'll work for Mouse&Waterboard.
Yeah, I wonder how now this team will actually attack the same site using the same operators. If we're actually
5
gonna
seconds left
see
before insertion.
just a default push on the CC wall, or if they're also gonna go
Attackers are
for
moving out to
construction like
locate
the
a bomb and defuse it.
attackers tried the second time.
Will definitely be interesting to see.
So we actually got one eye here, spawn peeking, but gets killed there by the
A
termite.
very nice pick from DJ.
That was a very nice pick. I mean, I guess at this point, such spawn kills are probably expected. It's nothing new, especially against a player like DJ who plays this game more than enough to know that there's always someone waiting there. It was
More
a
often
good,
than
easy,
not.
quick pick.
It was definitely a risk taken
So
from
the
Womai.
bandit was actually just in time to trick the wall there. I also think DJ gave him a little bit of an easy job there because he placed it in the middle, so it didn't really matter which side the bandit would place its charge.
Yes.
They're gonna go for a second try. We don't really have anyone else pushing here. It does seem like Capitao realizes that his job is to burn the wall on the backside. He misses his first bolt, but gets off his second one. So he thought it actually got one might. So that leaves Capitao with little use for the bandit tricking. It was a good use of the one might there, because bandit is still happy and safe behind the wall, tricking it. The attackers have realized that they're not going to be able to get through the wall, are now moving towards Aquarium here, where there's already a hole made by IQ, I imagine, and the breach charges. We now got them probably switching up to construction push. They only have a little bit over a minute left. Quickly droning it. We got a pick there by Bogers to rotate to red. Another pick by Bogers on CC. You realize that someone is watching from red there. Can't get the kill. A few picks happening inside. But Freda's playing it slowly, and it seems to be off so far. However, he did eventually get killed there by Assassin. For a second it looks like the bandit there was gonna clutch with 2 attackers already down, but 4 against 1 is too much.
Very well played by the attackers. When they got into a bit of a spot with the wall, they managed to quite quickly switch sides and be efficient in attacking that one without too much trouble. They did manage to bring it back with some amazing fact from Boggers, who managed to push into sight and clear the way for everyone else. Some very nice attack round.
Yeah, they really
Defenders,
needed that aggression there in the end.
That they did. The defenders put up a very good fight, and Freydick was very efficient with his bandit tricking.
And also good for my addition there. That's something
Yes.
we didn't see on the other defense, and that really with a Capitao in the game, that really made the difference there.
Definitely did.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, so the defenders are back on the same side. They seem to have switched up a little bit, with now a mirror play about to go down by Kani. I wonder how that will play out.
Seems the mirror's being placed on soft wall, looking into CCTV.
Yeah, he actually placed it on the soft wall. You wouldn't expect that. He now also placed the second mirror here on the top of red stairs. I wonder if the attackers realize that they can actually shoot the mirror from the stock.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Because otherwise it will probably be a pain in the ass if they're trying to push CC there for the plant later. No spawn peaks this time on top of blue. Probably not trying to get picked off there early match. We got a vigil here waiting in the bathroom for a construction push again. And the rest of the defenders are pretty much CCTV cache side with only the Jaeger on top garage balcony. The attackers are going for the main wall on CCTV pretty early. We do have an IQ who already now prepped the office there. And surprisingly, the defenders actually didn't reinforce the construction sidewall to the outside, and that Sophia opened up with the charges. No bandit tricking this time. Termite was able to get the wall pretty quickly. We'll now have to get some picks off on side if they want to be able to get in undamaged. So they open up the stock door, didn't go in yet. We still have two attackers here waiting on the roof, and 3 on the main wall side, with now Capitao going into stock. Probably trying to get the mirror window, I imagine, if the game allows me to select him. So they are not trying to go for the mirror window here, they're simply trying to clear the bottom room, which should be easy as there are no defenders waiting there for them. We got the Jaeger still waiting, who is holding the garage door. Doesn't seem to realize, or does seem to realize, that there are players coming from stock. That's the first pick there on the Capitao, but gets some damage done there from the main breach, and actually gets killed there by DJ from the main breach, leaving 3 attackers on site, 1 in bathroom, and the attackers are a little bit split up. We got 1 here on construction, we got 1 on the breach. We got Sophia there pushing cash, didn't realize Vigil wasn't right next to her, and got the pick off there on the Sophia.
15 seconds.
2v2. Omega's trying to plant, but is solo, and gets picked off there by Kani before he was able to get the plant down. It was again a bit slow in the beginning, but they really seem to push aggressively towards the end from both teams so far.
Does seem to be the case. It was a good effort from both teams. Both showed some very good potential, but those frags definitely turned the tide. Losing the Zofia to the Vigil was definitely put a hitch in the plans, as the planer couldn't be covered as well. But, you know, we'll see how we do next round. Now, as the defenders are going down to church.
So we see Sly 6 picking off the fuse to a Nomad, not something you'd see every day. And Akani switching it up from a Kaid to a Capcan, probably just trying to get some free damage there when people aren't paying attention to those
Defenders, protect
annoying
by attackers.
Capcan traps.
Admittedly, Capcan is a very sneaky player who usually has a lot of success. Last game we saw Capcan 3 attackers hit the Capcans during 2 rounds, I believe. So, definitely impacts your round quite heavily, especially if you don't drone doorways out properly. Luckily, the attackers do have an IQ, so they might actually be able to catch all of the Capcan tricks.
Alright, so we see that they reinforced the kitchen and moto hatch here, but they left the stock hatch open. So they will give the attacker some easy access. We also have Vigil here playing bedroom. They also reinforced the aquarium wall, probably because that's where they push from every time, but it seems like Mouse&Waterboard are not really interested in aquarium here. They're droning out predominantly stock here. Jaeger was trying to get some shots off through the kitchen hallway towards stock. Didn't hit anyone. They got the stock hatch open already. It seems like they're gonna go for a push on the stock there. But we do have the attackers quite spread out here, with IQ still waiting outside the showers exit. And I don't know where the 5th... there we are. So we got 2 more attackers here, 1 on stock and 1 on top of blue. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. They really seem to be spread out across the first floor here.
Lights out.
It looks like Nomad realized that there's someone waiting in blue for them. Tries to get an angle on him, but isn't able to see him.
does
A
seem
bomb has been
to
located.
be stalling out here a little bit from the side of the attackers.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little bit guessing what to do. Attackers are of course pretty based on sight. We only have one roamer here, and they don't give each other a lot of chances to get any easy kills.
No.
We got the roamer there actually getting a kill on I imagine main stairs. Still roaming upstairs. The attackers didn't seem to realize that there was somebody waiting for them there. DJ here is holding the bar angle, but Vigil's actually making his way down the eastern stairs there, and will probably
Bomb diffuser has been
get into
dropped.
contact with some people soon.
Attackers have
We see
recovered
that
the diffuser.
the attackers have jumped down, got the Freda there on the blue, but Vigil was able to flank them on the blue stairs and got a pick on the Nomad.
15 seconds to go.
Then we see a trade there between the attackers and defenders,
10 seconds left.
and now only IQ was left on Church, solo, but gets picked off by Bogers. Omega, apologies.
That was unfortunate. As it was seen, the Vigil managed to get the Nomad, and as he was backing out of blue, then hit the Nomad trap. So it seemed to be a bit of an unfortunate placement, otherwise he would have hit the Nomad previously and maybe prevented a death there. Close round, could have gone either way. Some very good frags, and the roaming from Vigil was amazing. He managed to get several of attackers, I think 3 of them that round.
Yeah,
Very
the
efficient.
Vigil was very effective there.
Yes.
We saw
The
that
dangers of not roam clearing, it seems, are showing.
Yeah, I mean, with Lemonacity, we saw that they every round, they went upstairs in the aquarium, cleared the top floor, which cost them some time, but it made sure that they had no one flanking them. And from Mouse and Waterboard, we saw that they pushed side a bit earlier, make sure that they got the hatches early in the game, but then eventually they lost time because they were getting picked off there by Vigil, and I do think that the Vigil there cost them important operators to get the plan
Oh
done.
yes, the Vigil was instrumental in that round.
Alright, so they went to bedroom and gym this time. They reinforced construction, they reinforced aquarium wall, all pretty standard, just make sure nobody soft breaches the default walls. We also have a Pulse here. I imagine he will play below. Always love to see some Pulse play.
He's
Okay.
very interesting to watch. C4 from below can have very big impacts all around. So we'll see how that plays out.
So it looks like the Freda's bandit again, waiting to ban the trick. They're also prepping the gym castle already. Making sure the bandit is nice and cozy up there, that no grenades can cook him out of there. We got DJ here also already getting the construction wall, wasn't reinforced, forcing the alibi probably to move somewhere else. She realized that it may not be the perfect spot to wait, and is now holding cash. They open up a construction wall, but don't seem to be doing too much with it. I'm not sure where they're going. They put a claimer on the garage, although I wouldn't really expect a run out there. I imagine they would get the aquarium wall,
Bomb located by attackers.
which does look like the plan now that Termite is moving towards there, but they only have a minute and a half left, so they're really gonna need to pick up the pace if they want to get any plans down. I think the Termite will get the wall here because Bennett didn't choose the right side. Got massively damaged there, but sadly it didn't allow me to select the right operator there, so we weren't able to see that properly. We got the bandit now who made his way through the little rotate that Castle made earlier into bathroom. The attackers did get the wall open, but are still gonna have to push.
Bomb has been located.
Once again, it seems the attackers are a bit
Attackers
split up,
recovered the
although it is a bit comforting now seeing two of them together. And it seems that Bog is destroying the
So,
other two attackers.
Sly luckily got the kill there on the bandit, otherwise he would have been C4 there in the little hallway. They now got access to site. Gets a lucky headshot there on the proning Jaeger there. But the Pulse was able to get a C4 kill and another pick there on the main stairs. Sly again with the triple kill, leaving the
10
two,
seconds remaining.
leaving Pulse and Thatcher to play there.
5 seconds to go.
The Thatcher's gonna have to plant, but Pulse is able to scan him from below. Not sure
Pulse
if he was not.
Used his C4 already, so
He used his C4, but you can still shoot through the floor there.
Oh.
Nonetheless, didn't matter. Pulse got the final kill on the Thatcher and is able to get rid of the diffuser there.
unfortunately.
Defenders have disabled the bomb diffuser.
That's again a very
Bomb diffuser
good
attempt failed. Defenders
roaming there by Omega.
Yes, so very good at picking off from below C4 and then coming in and killing Sly and defusing. Both Omega and Sly had a very good game, as did DJ and Segments. We had two people hitting digits, that being Sly and Omega, and both DJ and Segments got 9 kills. So very good performances from all players.
Yeah, some pushes really turned out differently than I expected. It generally really came down to the last minute there. In almost every round we saw.
Yeah, it really came down to a final few moments in
But
almost every round.
eventually
say.
we
Very
did
good.
see another win there for Lemonacity.
Well played. Both teams played well and did their best. Very intense to watch.
So then we are at the end of this stream and we'll be right back, I believe.
Moody
for-
and Raptors will be casting the next game.
Oh
And the-
yeah.
And the next
Coming
game
soon.
will be, I believe I have to play
Yana
myself.
Montana versus the Rookie Monsters. Coming soon.
All right, coming soon.